Live na ko. Hello, Yafu. Ikaw pala nandito. Hintayin na lang natin yung iba. Sige lang. Okay. Okay na rin. Hello? 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 Testing. Okay.
Ay, dito tirahan.
Okay. Sino ba dito? Okay, para mas Para di tayo matagalan, no? Sa ating live. So, start muna tayo. Before tayo pumunta dun sa before tayo pumunta dito sa JavaScript, fundamentals nito, ay may nakaligtaan akong topic na ituturo ko sa inyo na tuturo ko sa inyo na about sa mobile responsive na design, kung paano gawin yung pag mag-change yung size ng browser or screen ng phone. Tuturo ko muna sa inyo kung paano yun. So, punta tayo dun sa CSS natin. Ito yung dito natin dito tayo maggawa ng about sa mobile Okay. Nawala namang internet ko dito. Grabe na to. Okay. Nako, ang mga aso dito napakaingay. Mga... Ay, nako. Okay. Ito po yung ito po yung gagawin natin na mobile responsive design. Okay? Para po sa pag-change ng kahit sa browser, kahit sa cellphone pwede. At lagyan natin ng @media. Ito lang po yung @media screen and max width max width 600 pixel. Yan. Pag tinawag natin tong login container, okay, itong class. Pag nag max width ang screen, dito yan lalabas, dito yan mag-execute ng design, okay? So ang gagawin natin is i-full natin yung width ng ating login container, okay? Para pag-adjust sa size, okay? Tapos, tawagin natin lang yung login container. Copy-paste lang natin to. Login container, and then with 100%. Pag 100% na yan, meaning from left to right, from dito hanggang dito, ang kanyang magiging width, magiging lapad, okay? So, tingnan natin. Refresh. Dito tayo sa and max width 60 pixels, 600 pixels. So, gawin natin 450. Okay. Ito. Okay, yun pa rin. So, 350, okay. Parang medyo may nakaligtaan akong function dito sa @media. So, meron akong nagawa kanina ng code sa aking mga projects. Meron tayong tawag dito, yung mga responsive na design. So, ito na ipapakita ko din sa inyo yung mga nagawa ko dito. Itong Saan na yan na? Login test. Google. Okay, ito. So, ayan. And max width. At media. Okay, nawala yung only pala. Ito po yung mga na medyo nakakaligtaan ko minsan. Ayan. Media only. Kaya diniretso ko yan. Kanina at media screen. So, meron pa pala yung only. Minsan nakakaligtaan natin yung yung mga ganyan na mga bagay. Okay? So, ito na yun. Ayan. Okay? Refresh muna tayo. And then, go to more tools, developers tools, media, only screen, and max with 450 pixel. Dito is 124 pixel yung nilagay ko sa kabila ko. Ayan. So, dito is 450 pixel. So, gagawin natin yung 600. 600 pixel. Try natin. Ito po yung mga okay. Okay. Yung parang kasi naka-fix ang ating pag naka-fix, lagyan natin HTML. Okay, ito yung body, lagyan container. Login body. Lagyan footer. Okay. Login container. 400 pixel. Naka 400 pixel. So, gagawin natin is, try natin ng 500 pixel. Pag nag-change siya ng size yung screen, mati-change din yung size ng ating container. Ito. $500 pixel. Okay. Okay, ito na. Ayan. Pag umabot na siya ng yung browser natin or screen natin is umabot ng 600 max width maximum width niya is 600 pixel. Etong container na to, itong orange na to is magiging 500 pixel, okay? So bali yan na po ang ating magiging mobile responsive. But we should also consider the 100% para pag-refresh natin is ayan. Hanggang sa hanggang sa dulo siya ng screen, okay? Nandito siya. Tapos lagyan natin ng margin para di siya malingan. Margin auto. Pero auto yan. So, if we refresh this, okay, ayan, mag-auto yung margin niya sa baba at sa taas at saka dito sa sa left side. Okay? Yan. Pag lumaki siya is babalik siya sa dating size niya. Pag lumiit siya is magiging ganito siya dito. Mafu-full yung width niya at nagiging responsive na siya, okay? auto 1 pixel and 3 pixel. Try natin, okay. Merong changes. 5 pixel sa left. Okay, 5 pixel sa left. 5 top. 16, try natin ha. Okay, wala naman nag-iwasan. So if nag-auto kayo, okay. Yan. Mapo-full at tapos meron siyang ano dito. Pero pag magma-margin left kayo, margin left property, and have 5 pixel, and margin right 5 pixel. Tingnan natin kung anong magagawa sa magiging ano. Ito na yung magiging resulta natin. So it's up to you kung anong gagawin nyo pag umabot siya, max width niya is 600 pixel. So pag bumaba siya dito, bumaba yung screen is dito ma-change yung ating design. Yan po ang paggawa ng mobile responsive na design. Okay? So, dito na tayo sa JavaScript. Ayan. So, before tayo pumunta sa sa coding ng JavaScript is we need to know about the fundamentals of this programming language, okay? So JavaScript is a lightweight interpreted programming language. It is designed for creating a network-centric application. What is network-centric application? So ito yung mga application na nagsasend ng data through to the server with connected with the network, okay? Yan, network-centric application. It is complementary to and integrate with Java. JavaScript is very easy to implement because it is integrated with HTML. It is open and cross-platform, okay? So, bakit ba tayo kailangan matuto sa JavaScript? So, JavaScript is a must for students and working professionals to become a great software engineer, especially when they are working with web development domain. Some of the key advantages of learning JavaScript are ito. JavaScript is the most popular programming language in the world, and that makes it programmers great choice. Okay. So once you learn JavaScript, it helps you developing great front end and as well as back-end softwares using different JavaScript-based frameworks like jQuery, Node.js, or etc. And JavaScript is everywhere. It comes installed on every modern web browser, and so to learn JavaScript, you really need do not need any special environment setup. For example, Chrome and Mozilla, Firefox, Safari, and every browser as of today supports JavaScript. JavaScript helps you create really beautiful and crazy fast websites. You can develop your website with a console look like and feel and give your users the best graphical user interface experience. Okay. JavaScript usage has now extended to mobile app development, desktop app development, and game development. So marami po tong usage nitong language na to. That's why this is a must for any developers or programmers na dapat talaga matuto mag JavaScript, okay? So ito po yung itong guide ko dito is I will give it to you after we are done in our discussion about JavaScript. Ibibigay ko sa inyo para for the for the purpose of your learning, okay? Pwede rin naman search ng iba dyan sa Google, but I suggest na ito po yung gamitin nyo na kasi dito po yun, dito po ako natuto. I-share ko lang to sa inyo. Dito po ako natutong maggawa ng JavaScript. So, I decided to choose this module. Okay. So there are many useful JavaScript frameworks and libraries. So try muna natin itong sample code na to para you will know what is JavaScript. So Control N muna tayo. Paste lang tayo. Tapos ito. Di ba may knowledge na tayo about sa HTML elements, tags. Ito sa JavaScript is you just have to pwede ito sa pwede sa body ilagay ito. Pwede din sa head. Ito. Pero sample na to is dito muna tayo sa body na element mag sa sample, okay? So Control S for save. Save natin sa folder. Tapos I would say my gs.html. My.gs.html, okay? Save, Control S, and then punta tayo dito sa ating folder na sinevan ng tapos dito sa my.js.html. So, tingnan natin kung ang ating nagawa. Okay, ito po yung hello world sa ating document.write. Okay, ito. Document.write hello world. Okay. Ito po yung script. Tapos script tag, throwing attributes na language, JavaScript, to know that this is a JavaScript codes within this tag, okay? And the type text JavaScript. Okay. So dito sa sa script tag, within this script tag, dito tayo gagawa ng mga sample codes. Okay? Okay. So, let's go to our discussion muna. Ito po yung example, Example muna tayo ng hello world. So, how to print hello world in JavaScript. So, meron pa bong iba? Aabutin tayo doon pagkatapos ng ating mga discussion dito. Okay? Applications of JavaScript programming. As mentioned before, JavaScript is one of the most widely used programming languages, front-end as well as back-end. It has its presence in almost every area of software development. I'm going to list a few of them. Okay. Client-side validation. Okay. This is really important to verify any user input before submitting it to the server. And JavaScript plays an important role in validating those inputs at front end itself. Okay? So, malaki talaga ang importansya ng ating JavaScript language because for client-side validation, dapat sa pag-validate pa lang ng data within the page, dapat ma-validate na bago i-send sa server or doon sa sa ating database para iwas sa mga scripting scripting attack, just like DDoS, yun, those attack, yan, dapat meron tayo nito. Okay? And manipulating HTML pages. JavaScript helps in manipulating HTML page on the fly. Okay, this helps in adding and deleting HTML tag very easily using JavaScript and modify your HTML to change its look and feel based on different devices and requirements. So, ang JavaScript is pwedeng mag-erase, pwedeng mag-add, pwedeng mag-modify ng any HTML tags like P or paragraph, like a button, pwedeng dagdagan yung mga div element yan. Yan yung mga ang gamit ng JavaScript. Ito po yung pinaka kung sa ano pa yung multitasking multitasking tong JavaScript because pwede siya sa front end and back end at pwede ding maka-modify ng mga elements ng HTML. So user notification can use JavaScript to raise dynamic pop-ups on the web pages to give different types of notifications to your website visitors. Okay, so alam niyo po yung yung mga notifications diyan sa inyong browser pag nag-open kayo ng mga website na may mga pumapop up lang ng mga notification. It is they are using JavaScript for that. Okay, so kung kung just brief knowledge. Back-end data loading. Okay, back-end data loading. JavaScript provides Ajax library. So ito po yung ito pong Ajax is we should have combination with the MySQL or SQL server for that, and dapat may combination with also PHP or Node.js in a backend programming language para mapasok siya sa database yung data na i-upload isasend natin sa server natin. So back-end data loading, okay? Back-end data loading is etong JavaScript. For example, you are using a PHP, the default ang default na pag send is using post and get na functions na tawag nito na methods. Dito sa pag nag-send ka ng data from your page to your server, magre-refresh yung yung page mo. But if you're using Ajax library powered code din to is JavaScript din to, ang Ajax library. Ito po yung nagsisend ka ng data or nag-update ka ng data papunta sa page mo na hindi nagre-refresh yung current page mo. Ayan. For example, nag-send ka ng message. For example, chat. Nagsasend ka ng data to server na hindi nagre-refresh yung current na page mo. Yun ang gamit ng Ajax. Andyan sa back-end. Nasa sa back-end or sa background na process. Okay? This really gives an amazing experience on your website visitor. Okay. So presentations, JavaScript also provides the facility of creating presentations which gives a website look and feel. JavaScript provides a Reveal.js and a bespoke JS libraries to build a web-based slide presentations. Meron pong you can search this JS libraries. Ayan. Ito po yun, Reveal.js and bespoke.js libraries to build a web-based slide presentation. Okay? Server applications. Ito po yung server applications natin. Ito yung Node.js using JS programming language. It is built on Chrome's JavaScript runtime for building fast and scalable network applications. This is an event-based library which helps in developing very sophisticated server applications, including web servers. Okay, ito po yung Node.js. Ito po yung magiging back-end. Pwedeng gamitin back-end. Pero pag beginner ka pa lang muna, is you should start learning PHP muna bago ka pumunta sa Node.js. Okay? So, ito pong Node.js is very tawag nito is sabi nila dito is scalable network application kasi multi-threaded tong Node.js. And then other back-end server programming language is mga single-threaded lang. Pagkatapos ng event is saka naman sila, for example, ito po yung Node.js is multi-threaded, okay? Multi-threaded means kaya niyang mag-accommodate ng mga requests galing sa mga clients everywhere in the world. Pwede niyang accommodate 1,000,000 thousands na request. Kasi multi-threaded siya. Ayan. Yan lang yung pinaka main na niya na beautiful na features niya about sa Node.js. Ito pong PHP is Sir, anong JS framework dapat unahin ko matutunan? Okay, pwede mong Sir Juban, pwede mong unahin muna ay yung React.js or Vue.js para sa for your development muna bago pumunta sa ibang pero lang yan, mga JavaScript din yan na frameworks. If you can understand the flow of JavaScript, hindi ka na mahirapan pagdating din sa mga frameworks, okay? So, Audience. This tutorial has been prepared for JavaScript beginners to help them understand the basic functionality of JavaScript to build dynamic web page and web applications. Okay, so prerequisites are HTML coding lang. So HTML lang ang ating prerequisite about pag gusto mo matuto ng JavaScript. So that's why um, H HTML yung unang itinuro ko sa inyo. Ayan. So what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a dynamic computer programming language. It is lightweight, so mag-an lang siya, and most commonly used as part of web pages. Those implementations allow client-side script in interact with the user and make dynamic pages. It is an interpreted programming language with object-oriented capabilities. And JavaScript was first known as LiveScript. But Netscape changed its name to JavaScript, possibly because of the excitement being generated by Java. Yeah. JavaScript made its first appearance in Netscape 2.0 in 1995 with the name LiveScript. The general purpose core of the language has been embedded in Netscape, Internet Explorer, and other web browsers. So the ECMA 262 specification defined a standard version of the core JavaScript language. And JavaScript is a lightweight interpreted, yan, okay. Naka ano na to? So client-side JavaScript. Client-side JavaScript is the most common form of language. The script should be included in or referenced by an HTML document for the code to be interpreted by the browser. So, what are the advantages of JavaScript? Okay. Less server interaction. You can validate user input before sending the page off to the server. This saves server traffic, which means less load on your server. So, para mas makales ka ng load sa server kasi minsan pag pag marami na yung traffic sa server mo, possible, for example, computer mo is, sinample mo na server is just a computer, and then a low memory. Pag napuno na yung memory ng ng server mo, kasi yung memory kasi doon nagpa-process yung from internet to your server bago pumasok doon sa sa database. So pag maraming traffic doon, may posibilidad na mag-crash yung server mo, okay? Immediate feedback to the visitors. They don't have to wait for a page reload to see if they have forgotten to enter something, okay? Kasi yung yung default lang na na pag validate ng ng mga inputs sa mga variables sa input, pag validate nun sa default is pupunta ka pa ng server side and then bago mo validate yung input. While using JavaScript, magagawa na natin na mag-validate ng data diyan pa lang sa pinaka-current na page mo, okay? Increase interactivity. You can create interfaces that react with the user hovers over them with the mouse or activates them via keyboard. So meron ding increase interactivity. meron kasi mga dito sa sa JavaScript is my events. My events dito on click, on create, on change, yun, yung mga events na yun. At aabot din tayo sa events na mga ganyan, okay? Richer interfaces. You can use JavaScript to include such items as drag and drop components and sliders give rich interface to your site visitors. Yeah, I'm sorry. Limitations of JavaScript. We cannot treat JavaScript as a full-fledged programming language. It lacks the following important features. Client-side JavaScript does not allow the reading of or writing of files. This has been kept for security reason. Okay. Um, dito tayo sa ano? Sa baba na tayo. Okay. So let's start some sample codes muna. Okay. So itong sample natin is for kanina. And then try natin tong ito. Okay. So in the old process of making variable in JavaScript, gumagamit ng var. So meron sa sa present is let. So the same function lang yan. Yan. Yung var, okay, let's start var. I'm going to make first number equals 23. 23. And for second number equals 20. Gawin natin 27. Okay. Okay. So document. Okay. At ito yung dito. So, nag-assign tayo ng variable. Ito po yung giging variable natin. Ito yung value ng variable. Equal, first num equal 25. Hindi po yan nangagahulugan na ang first num is equal to 25. Ito yung napapasa ng value to your variable. Okay? So, ang value ng ating first num ngayon is 25 kasi yung 25 is pinasa dito sa first num. Okay? Tapos dito din sa second number, 25 din kasi pinasa natin. Okay? Abutin tayo sa sa ibang mga functions dito sa JavaScript. Okay? Now, let's document.write first, okay? First number. So try natin if na-print natin yung 25 na variable. Okay. So let's start. Okay, andito yung 25. Ayan. Dito yung ating inassign na variable. Yan po yung first number. Change natin Gawin natin 50. Control S for save. And then refresh natin. Ayan. Ito po yung 50. Ito na po yung first number na ang value is 50. Yan. So, second number So, magiging 25 siya kasi dito is 25 ang naka-assign sa second number. Okay? Yan po ang pag-a-assign ng variable at paglalagay ng value sa variable natin. Okay? Okay. So, it is good programming practice to use semicolons. Okay? Kasi iba, pwedeng walang semicolon, pero we must practice my semicolon talaga para iwas disgrasya. Ayan. And then, case sensitivity. JavaScript is a case sensitivity. No, case sensitive language. This means that the language keywords, variables, functions, names, and any other identifiers must always be typed with a consistent capitalization or of a letter. Okay, so the identifiers time and time and the time na capital lahat will convey different meanings in JavaScript. Ayan. Note, care should be taken while writing variable and function names in JavaScript. Okay? Comments in JavaScript. Okay, so comments naman tayo ah. JavaScript supports both C style. Kung meron na kayo knowledge sa C, paano mag-comments doon is same lang dito sa ano. Then sa C++ style, okay. Ito po yung any text between itong double slash and the end of a line is treated as a comment and is ignored by JavaScript. Ito po yung paggawa ng, so gagawin natin yan ng comment, okay? Ayan. Pag nag-comment tayo ng first line, isang line lang yan pag ganyan, isang line. Okay? Na-comment na natin yan, hindi na siya ma-print. Okay? Pag nag-gray, ayan. Refresh natin ha. Sample. Wala siyang, hindi siya binasa ng JavaScript kasi kinomenta natin. Okay? Yan ang pag-comment ng best practice, you must practice make a comments of your codes so that pag dumami na yung mga functions mo, yung mga modules mo is hindi ka na mahirapang maghanap pag magdi-debug ka na or magdi-debug. Kasi debugging para hindi ka na mahirapang mag-debug ng codes mo. Ayan. Okay? So, ito tayo. Dito tayo muna sa sa mga types ng pag-comments. Any text between characters, ayan, slash and asterisk, and is treated as comment. This may span multiple lines, okay? Multiple lines daw tong pag ganito. Okay, try natin ha. So, dito slash asterisk, ayan. Pag nag-slash asterisk ka, pati sa hanggang wala pang closing tag ng comment mo, the whole yung pababa is magiging comment din yan. Pero pag in-stop mo na yung comment na yan, for example, dito natin in-stop, gawa natin ng closing tag niya. Okay. Pag nag-closing tag tayo ito hindi na mag-comment. Pero pag dito tayo sa pag multi-lines yung i-comment natin is you must have talaga closing tag ng comment na /star. Okay? Okay? And then, JavaScript also recognizes the HTML comment opening sequence. Ito yung HTML comment na ayan. Tapos, try natin. Ito yung HTML comment. Paano mag-comment ng HTML. Ayan. And then, ayan. Sequence JavaScript treats this as a single line comment. Single line comment lang yan. Just as it does the // comment. Parehas lang yan sa dot daw. Sa ano daw? Sa try natin. Yan. Slash na comment. Try natin. Okay. Nawala na siya. Kasi nilagyan natin ng HTML comment. Yan. Ito. So, pag tinanggal natin yan, try natin. Refresh. Okay. Nawala. Wala pala. Hindi pala na document that right. And refresh. Nawala na. Yan pala dito. Okay. And refresh. Ayan. Ito na po yung paggamit ng comment natin. HTML comment closing sequence ito is not recognized by JavaScript, so it should be written as // ayan. Klaseng comment lang yan. Okay. So, ano naman i-send ko naman sa inyo yung module na to para ma-studyhan niyo din. Okay. If you have anything JavaScript, you can display a message to the user using new script tags. You can add new script block immediately after the script block as follows. Ayan. So, pwede din pag may script tag, meron ding no script tag. Okay? So, try natin tong no script tag dito sa, ayan, no script tag. Sorry, JavaScript need to go ahead. Okay? Try natin. No script tag. Wala siya na. Hindi siya may-display sa browser. Itong no script. Okay? So, gagawa tayo ng gagawa tayo ng sample na hello world na alert, okay? Hello world na alert. Hello world na alert. Okay? So, try natin. So, let's input tag type submit name submit, and let's make a function here. So burahin muna natin to. Let's make a function hello. Ayan. And then we must alert hello world. hello world. Ayan. Pag i-display natin tong hello world na nasa function within the JavaScript, and tatawagin natin pag na-click itong button na to. Okay? So, let's write on click na event. Tapos tawagin natin itong function hello. Ayan. Okay. So, let's refresh. Okay, ito po yung submit na button. Submit. Pag-click natin dito is, yan. Ito po yung hello world na ating na in-alert natin dito sa ating function. Okay? On-click hello. Ito yung function na hello. Nilagay natin dito sa on-click na event. Okay? Ito po yung mga event. Marami pa po yung event na i-discuss natin. But aabutin tayo sa mga event na yan. Oh. Okay. Okay, parang dito naman tayo sa ito tayo natin tong print natin to dito sa ating body atong hello world document dot write hello world. Ayan. Click natin dito, mag-alert siya, tapos ng hello world sa ating page. Okay. Click hello world, and ito, hello world na word. Okay, refresh na tayo. Pag-click and alert, ito yung tinatawag natin alert, hello world. Then, natin, yan. Nag-write siya ng word dito sa document that write. Yan. So, maybe, bukas na siguro ito natin ipapatuloy sa medyo gabi na at humihina na yung signal ko dito. And gutom na rin ako. Gusto ko na kumain. So bukas ko na lang to i-continue tong about sa JavaScript na discussion natin. Marami pa to para you will learn talaga about the JavaScript. Okay? So yun na lang siguro. Practice lang sa inyo, practice lang kayo, and then have a great night. Have a great night, everyone. Yes. Hindi na daw lang ako papakainin dito eh. Gutom na ako. Okay, Sir Yafu, Sir if you have any questions, um, you just message me in my messenger, my account, and if you have any questions about JavaScript, yan, and pwede niyo pong i-PM ako. I'm willing to uh, um, answer your questions or queries. Okay? So, dyan muna tayo, taman muna. Dito na muna tayo. And have a great night, everyone. Thank you. Um, mga umaga na lang siguro or umaga na lang siguro tayo or mga hapon siguro pag wala akong hindi ako busy bukas para maturuan ko talaga kayo mag JavaScript, okay? So, yun na yun. Have a great night. Thank you for listening. And I hope you have learned something from me. And yun lang. Thank you.